Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Premier League podcast, Yardman edition, where we discuss all things in regards to the Premier League. But of course, we are going to be discussing the FA Cup. Well, FA Cup as well, because the final took place. Crystal Palace beating Manchester City 1-0. So what does that mean for Crystal Palace? Congratulations to them as well. Their first trophy in a strong minute. Very, very disappointing season for Manchester City. First time they've gone trophyless, probably since Pep Guardiola's first season at the football club, or maybe even his second. Maybe, I remember, maybe his first season, or that season where Liverpool won the league and they had the injuries, maybe. But like I said, it's been a long time since Manchester City and Pep have gone without a trophy in a whole season. So we're discussing that. It looks like Huijsen will be joining Real Madrid from Bournemouth as well. So, like I said, get all your questions in, people. But before I bring the man them on to the stream, let's run up the likes, people. Hit the like button on the video. So important you do that. Hit that like button, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after. Make sure you share this out across all of the socials as well. And that's me, Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV across all the socials. And the countdown continues as we close in on 15,000 subscribers, people. The countdown continues. I'm just actually doing the numbers right now to see how far away we are from 15K, people. So we are currently 105 subscribers away. I'm going to put that across the bottom of the screen in a second, man. 105 subscribers away. So please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well, people. Let me bring the gang into the building. No, Lex is in the cut, Kaneki's in the cut, Javon will be here shortly as well. Oh, you man telling me? You man good?
Yeah.
All blessed, man. All blessed. What you saying, man? You good, Lex?
Yeah, man.
Excellent, man. I'm glad you're all good, fam. Glad you're all good. Kaneki, we'll start with you, man. Crystal Palace 1, Manchester City 0. Crystal Palace FA Cup winners. Thoughts on the game, thoughts on them winning the trophy, Glasner, etc. Because people are asking in the chat, what phase is Glasner in?
What phase is Glasner in? I don't know. Everybody was telling me it takes time and phases. It never took Glasner 7 phases, a shower curtain as a tifo and a dog. Yeah, and a DM at striker. 5 centre backs and 3 DM.
How much
and
left
a
back
left
again?
back.
About 10 left back.
Yeah, and a left back on the right wing. It never took Glasner all of that. Turns out when you just set your team out correctly, you can just win games. So, it's actually quite refreshing, actually, because there's someone here, literally, in my community that came back to Jamaica like 5 years ago. He's a Crystal Palace fan. An actual Crystal Palace fan. 87 years old. Crystal Palace fan.
Yeah.
So it's actually like rejoiceful to see it, because I never wanted City in the final in the first place. I wanted Nottingham Forest there.
Yeah, none of us wanted City in the final.
Yeah, I wanted Nottingham Forest there, but Crystal Palace got the job done. You went out there, you weren't trying to do any of this utter woke nonsense, No ball playing goalkeeper, inverting fullbacks, none of this tippy-tappy foolishness. Crystal Palace just went out there with just be defensively solid and take your chances. Beautiful goal by Eze. Very
Quality.
beautiful goal.
Quality
Very
finish.
beautiful goal by Eze.
That's not easy. It was a good goal. It was a good team goal as well. Mateta
Very
holding
good.
The ball the way he did. Munier's good cross into the box, and the finish was top quality. That's not an easy finish on the move
top
like
quality,
that.
And then they showed you exactly why I said it before with this whole Manchester City, when I said that Haaland was the worst thing to ever happen to that team. Because yes, it's dumb that he can score 70 goals a season, but when you have no one else to do everything else, because City has always been reliant on their striker dropping deep, Haaland can't do that. Haaland can't play City football, which is why I found it shockingly that they got rid of Julian Alvarez. Haaland should have never even played this game, actually. Like they've been playing so much better with Marmoush at striker because he actually drops and help build up play. Don't know why they played Haaland, but thank you for playing Haaland. We got to see Crystal Palace win a trophy. Shout out Alan Pardew. Surprised I never saw anybody doing the Alan Pardew dance. On the touchline. I pay homage to Alan Pardew. I don't even know if he was there, but it was a very good game. It showed you exactly when I tell you that Manchester City players are a bunch of NPCs. Nothing but a bunch of NPCs. There is no quality in that Manchester City team. No one knows how to think for themselves. Crystal Palace scored and just sat in a low block, and you just saw City just pass, just tippy tappy passing. And Crystal Palace were like, we don't need to move. You need to break us down. When City realized that them passing the ball and Crystal Palace aren't trying to take the ball from them, they started looking to the manager. Why are you looking at Pep? Why are you looking at Pep for, bro? Go score a goal. Aren't you guys the greatest team ever? Weren't you man four-peated, treble winning? Yeah. Why are you looking at the manager? Why are you looking at the manager?
You know what
you
it
guys
is?
are supposed.
What you mentioned, Matt? You mentioned Haaland there, and you mentioned Marmoush. What's your thoughts on Marmoush taking the penalty? Because this is what Pep said on it. He said
Haaland forget sell.
Yeah,
Haaland forget sell.
He said on the Haaland Marmoush penalty decision, they decided on the pitch. I don't know. I didn't speak with them. I don't know.
This right here is why I say I will never put Erling Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne in any conversation of greatest nothing. This right here is why I say I'm not putting them in greatest nothing. Liverpool in a FA Cup final and them win a penalty. You think Salah not take that penalty there? Do you think Salah is not taking that penalty? Kevin De Bruyne, this is your last season and you're the captain. Why aren't you taking the penalty? Why aren't you taking the penalty? I said it before. From these men wanting to get subbed off against Real Madrid in the semi-final because they're tired. I've lost all respect for them.
People overlook that a lot, and that was pretty much. Even though it was the quarterfinal, that was pretty much the final. Bro, that is crazy.
I don't hold Bruno Fernandes highly. If we're in an FA Cup final and a penalty needs to be taken, Bruno Fernandes is taking that penalty.
True.
Yeah. Why are you the club captain? Why aren't you taking the penalty? This is your last season there. This is City's only chance of winning a piece of silverware this season. And then Erling Haaland, you're supposed to be one of the greatest strikers in the world right now. Why aren't you taking that penalty? No, Darwin Núñez is crap. Núñez will take that penalty there. Núñez takes that penalty. Yeah, Martinelli takes that penalty. Solanke takes that penalty. Rasmus Højlund, as much as Holloway would have shot off of the TV, don't give him the ball. He would take that ball and take that penalty. Why aren't you taking that penalty? Why aren't you taking that penalty, Erling Haaland? Why are you giving it to the new youth? Why are you giving it to the new youth for? And this just bring up my whole emphasis.
I show Pep, man. I must say, see a new talisman, yeah? Make him take it, man.
That just shows.
Is that where you're at with it, Lex? What's your thoughts on about Haaland not taking the penalty? Pep saying they decided between themselves.
It's just sometimes it's just a one-off thing, innit? It don't really matter. Marmoush is a baller. Bro, if them did give it to Ruben Diaz, then you could have cussed the man them, but them give it to Marmoush. Like, relax, dog. You get what I'm saying?
So so as long as it's a competent penalty taker, you're not fussed about who takes it. You're not fussed like that. Okay.
You know, really. All right, look. In terms of just responsibility in the team, and I guess the length of time with which all of the players have been there, then maybe there's an argument to be had to say, yo, the more long-time players. But bro, you have to understand them, man. What is this FA Cup final to them, man? Them not care about it.
Oh, so you reckon it's an element of that?
They've four-peated and won a treble. What is an FA Cup? Them don't care. You think KDB will leave?
Yeah.
Haaland, I don't even know what to make of him. Like the man, them just no business with us.
Gonna leave as well.
So you reckon it's the end of the cycle for this?
Yeah, just end of the cycle. The man, them just have a refresh and come again and just partake, yo. That's one of them things. Hopefully we can have a similar cycle in it.
You can't throw a trophy.
Run my
I
mind
understand it
cycle.
that, bro, but you know, if you throw a trophy like that, that the FA Cup, fam, are just a trophy, a silver at the end of the day. Like, not everyone here is Arsenal, yeah.
No.
I know everybody here are Arsenal, bro.
To me, focusing on what City never do, kind of take away from what Crystal Palace actually did, because they never played bad. It's not like they played shit and City had a bunch of chances. And no, Crystal Palace pretty much dominated them. You get what I'm saying?
I said that. I said that after they scored, they just sat back and City had no answer for it. City had no answer for it. I'm just putting it here to say that no one here would forgive any player. If that was Liverpool in that FA Cup final and you watch them doing that, do that with the penalty, you missed, and then the team end up beating you. No one here would be saying, "Oh, well, you know, just them the business." None of us would be sitting here saying this. If a Man United for do that, I would be on here shouting, bro.
Yeah, bro, because we now win troubles and them thing there, innit?
Me no want that as an excuse, bro. A trophy is a trophy at the end of the day, man.
No, but the man them not care. It's a FA Cup. Them not care.
That team is just such a bunch of just
them deflated, bro. It's like Managa. To me more happy to Crystal Palace get a trophy.
No, I am happy
Crystal
about
Palace
that.
is a London team, and some London teams just can't even win a fucking Carabao Cup, innit?
7 phases and a dog. 8 games.
Imagine Eddie and Nketiah left fucking Arsenal. Because it was only a matter of time before we reach here, so.
Hasn't he won more trophies than Arteta?
Of course. The man left Arsenal and win an FA Cup. What?
Yeah, so that's just it, you know.
Eddie and Nketiah, by the way.
Yo, Arsenal, just make you know if you need a striker, you know, Eddie Nketiah is right there, you know, call him up, bro.
Yeah, you can call him back, man.
Yeah, you can call him up, bro, you know. So what me I say no with this is just, but Manchester, listen, I tell you say when Pep woman left him, she take the tactics in the divorce. It look like them I get back together now. It look like them I try to reconcile. Him need to reconcile because she have the tactics book. So everybody would think he might try to reconcile with his wife because he love her. No, brother. She have the tactics book in the divorce. He might try to get the tactics book back.
What do you man make of the bizarre decision with the whole Dean Henderson thing? Like him handling the football outside the box. A VAR looked at it and went, "Yeah, it's calm." Like,
it's
calm. No, City deserve that. No, City deserve that.
Yeah,
City deserve that.
City deserve that. I understand that. Yes, because it's City. Fuck City. I hear that. But what she's like, I'm just talking about the decision making of that.
No, it's fine.
Clearly handled the football.
It don't matter. No, 90% of his body was in the box. 90% of his body was in the box. He did not leave his box. He never leave the box. He never leave the box.
It's just is that judgment thing flawless? Like
exactly.
I don't think it was a deliberate thing. It's just that him go for make a challenge and
him time it wrong.
Yeah.
No, he timed it wrong. I don't think. Yeah, he definitely. Yes.
It's like if him did the outside, like commit fully out of the box and like, where's him out of the box and hand it, then him different. Yeah. But him probably not even realize him the out of the box. You get me?
Exactly. If Dean Henderson did move like Pickford right there, or Pope, when you see them jump out of the box like a lunatic. But the fact that you saw him literally stay in the box and tried and tapped it like that. Yeah. By law, it's a red card. We've seen City get to it. I'm not going to sit here and act because I'm seeing some City players, the little 17 City fans they are complaining about that decision. I mean, literally bring up a Liverpool game against them where
the decisions that were against them, but the fact like
bro, there was a match.
Man's arms clearly.
Time it doesn't matter. There was a match against Liverpool where Zabayeta literally. Liverpool lost the league. This was one of the time where they lost the league by a point. Where I think it was it Kyle Walker, one of them that literally caught the ball in their box and threw it out. And no one said anything.
Just last season, blood clot. Odegaard did the spin move.
Odegaard, when he handled the ball.
When Arsenal robbed us.
You get what I say? It's
like the Garnacho one when you literally saw when him slap the ball off of Garnacho's foot. Like nothing, bro. It's calm, you know. Get over it. You're Manchester City, bro.
Referee makes mistakes, innit?
Yo, the fact that the referee not seeing it, I get, because it's a long ball over the
Oh
top.
no,
His
the ref
body.
see it.
Oh,
No,
the
don't no,
VAR
the
thing,
ref
yeah,
side. The
No,
ref side. Don't
no, but the thing
don't
is,
make that
the
fool
ref,
you.
but
like
them
the
would
ref,
not do that to Palace, man.
yeah, the ref are more understanding of what I'm saying is the fact that VAR looked at that. That's the
Yeah.
crazy part to me. That VAR checked it and went, yeah, we're good.
No.
What?
The V in VAR don't stand for visual. It stands for it don't stand for visual, bro.
Very true.
Remember that, you know. The
Yo,
V,
literally palmed it away from.
no. The V in VAR don't stand for visual. VAR didn't see anything, bro. VAR didn't see anything. The V don't mean visual, bro. It don't mean it.
You don't
It
mean
mean
visual.
yeah.
You don't mean video. What is it? Yo, that is hilarious. I'm
No,
just watching.
it
I'm
says
literally swatting it
video.
away like it's the
The
same. Yo.
V is video. You want to know what you can do with video? You can edit video. It don't mean visual, bro. Don't worry about it. It calm. City, all right. Why City
Yo,
a complain?
what was the reason? What did they say? It's because he was going away from the goal. Is that what they said? Because he was going away from the goal. That's what I heard. Let me know if that's the case.
So that's fine, bro. Then can yeah. So it's fine. Haaland never got touch at anyway. Haaland
They
don't
said
have a
Haaland
first touch.
didn't make it clear and obvious goal scoring opportunity. So you could just
Yeah, and he was in the box. I told you he never left the box. Dean Henderson didn't make any type of movement to say he was running out of the box. He literally stayed within the box.
That is bad for
Yeah,
me.
so get over it, bro. You know, cry more, bro. Shut up, man. Shut up, man. Like, come on. Get over it. You're Manchester City. Didn't you guys score 3 goals in 10 minutes? Because of that you couldn't score a goal. Get over it, man. You miss a penalty and you cry about that, man. Get over it, man.
Yeah, they did. This is Henderson on the penalty, actually. He said, to be fair, Haaland might have stepped up. I wasn't sure which way he'd go. He gave it to Mamouche. I knew which way he was going to go. I knew I'd save it. That's what he said.
Yeah. Damn. Marmouche has always shot. What was it? Left?
Yeah, it was that. To Mamouche. Yeah, it was Mamouche's left, yes.
Yeah, so it's he always shoots there. And if every penalty he's taking, I'm pretty sure 80% of them is on his left. So yeah. So I feel I mean if I have no reason, and they not the excuse to say them they drunk, because that was the excuse when we beat them, you know. You know, they were drunk. We know everybody on that City side sober as hell. Every single one of them. So it was just good. A good performance from Lacroix as well. A centre back as I wanted at Madrid and Man United. Lacroix had a very good performance. You want to know who I'm going to give praise to as well? What was his name? Richard. Is that his name? Chris Richard.
The centre back. Yeah. He's the centre back. Yeah.
Fantastic performance today from him today. Fantastic. It show big up to Guehi. I know he came off injured. You know, speedy recovery. But Crystal Palace, that they were good. They were good. Muniz as well. Shout out to Muniz as well. It was a very, very clean game from Crystal Palace from minute 1 straight to the end. Like you saw, even after the goal, there was no like shaky nerves. It's like Crystal Palace played like they belonged there, and that's something what I've wanted to see from a lot of teams in the Premier League, especially the smaller teams now in cup competitions. Stop being in the cup competitions just because, oh, it's mandatory, we have to play the game. Play like you belong there. Crystal Palace in this game did not look like, oh, it was treble winning, four-peating Manchester City versus 12. That's not what we saw today.
I feel like Lex said, I think it's just the end of the cycle for this lot. And I think with De Bruyne leaving,
From the end of the cycle was 2 years ago. The only difference is just because Arsenal then did a go up against.
Yeah, but they still managed to pick up 2 Prems.
Exactly.
And what, champs and everything.
Exactly. City start to fall off when everybody else get weak, and it just so happened that the only team that could go do anything against them was Arsenal, and we know Arsenal is not doing anything against these brothers. So that is the reason why. Why? Because if this was any other version, if this was the 2018 Liverpool, City don't 4-peat. If this was Manchester United under Mourinho, City don't 4-peat. Or even win a treble. They don't do this. They don't do this if it was Mourinho's Man United or the 2018 Liverpool. shit, if this was the Chelsea and the Conte even, like City don't do any of this. It's just they did this because they were just going up against Arsenal. Like it's just Arsenal. Arsenal made everyone believe that this Manchester City team could do something.
All right, let me get to this from Sai. Hey, Sai, big up for the super chat. I hope you are feeling better as well, man. I hope you're good. He says, seeing hell in the last 10 days, unable to catch all the live shows, but I'll watch back. Flawless all the football shows, give me some relief from this medication. Thanks. Hey, man, appreciate the super chat. Hope you're feeling better than you was,
Hope
Sai.
you get better, Simon.
Health is wealth for true. So, yeah, man, I hope you are. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you've been enjoying the shows and obviously enjoying all the football and everything else that's going on. Big up to everyone in the chat, though. Over 70 people in the building. You know what I'm saying? You lot send your well wishes to Sai in the chat as well, please. Yeah. But yes, over 70 of you lot in the building. We're only at 27 likes. Hey, way too low, man. When you enter the city of sarcasm, pay the tax, man. Girls up to 60 likes, people. What we doing? And as well, you can see across the bottom of the screen, we're 105 subscribers away from 15K. Closing in. Countdown continues, so hit that subscribe button. Before we leave out the show, we should be double figures away from 15K. And Lex, we'll go to you. You lot been linked heavily. It seems the move will be done. Frimpong looks like he's going to be the Trent replacement. Thoughts on Frimpong? Happy about it? Not happy about the signing? Mixed feelings? Let us know.
Hey, brother. Man, usually I have to wait till about the 1st of August before we even get no activities in it. And the window not even open yet. So, hey, man, chilling in it. It's a sign of things to come, hopefully. Frimpong, yeah, man, run Frimpong in it. Him better than Trent. Just like Reece James better than Trent. Is it Reece James? Is the Reece James assist?
Yeah, bad boy.
Oh yeah,
assist.
Yeah, against you, no? Yeah.
Bad boy assist.
Into the period, one bad man square. Trent never did that yet in him life. Shit, man. So, anyways, yeah, man, big up to Liverpool for actually do some shit now. Yeah, man, go ahead and continue. Is it? Don't make it stop right there, so. Just continue.
Cool. What are you saying, Lex, about Frimpong? You think he'll be a success at Liverpool? You think he'll struggle? No, Lex. Kaneki, sorry.
All right, man.
Kaneki. My bad. Kaneki, what do you think of Frimpong going to Liverpool? Do you think he'll be a success there or he'll struggle? What do you reckon?
No, he's not. So he's used to the Premier League. He used to play for Manchester City. I know that for a fact. That's an actual good signing because if anybody I would say they should try and sign, it would have been him. If it's not Dumfries, I would have said they should have gone and got playing Vanderson. That's who I would have said Liverpool should have gotten as well. Vanderson or Frimpong is who I would have said. It's a clean signing. And for how they're going to play now, though, they're going to need Liverpool are going to actually need to have this just shows they're going to need that midfielder because granted he's a lot more positionally aware than Trent. It's just for how attacking Frimpong actually is and how high his position usually is when he plays on the right. You're going to need someone to actually cover him. So this is going to reinforce my whole. They need another midfielder. They're going to need two midfielders actually, with legs. And I've seen Liverpool also linked with what's that midfielder's name again?
Make sure when you buy them, make sure them have legs. Yeah, cool.
No. Not. I don't mean it like everybody have legs. I just mean for the type of covering he's going to have to do for when Frimpong attacks. For the countering is what I mean. Is what I'm trying to say. Just at least have enough recovery pace to cover what the space that will be left by Frimpong. You're going to see it when he signs. You're going to actually see it when he signs. So that is just it with it. That's just the main weakness of Frimpong. There is that his positioning is always high. He has the recovery pace. I'm not knocking the signing. He has recovery pace.
Yeah, he's an athlete still. He is.
Yeah, he has the recovery pace. It's just that a lot of the time you will be susceptible to counters because of that empty space that he will leave. So once you have a midfielder capable of like covering that space and allowing him to stay up a lot further, it's going to be better. So that's what Liverpool just need. They actually just need a midfielder now, like what they had before with Henderson and Gini Wijnaldum. Just someone in that can just when you saw Robertson and Suchman go up, you saw Henderson and Fabinho and these guys just cover that space that they're there for, just at least to shut down the counters from there in case they end up losing the ball while transitioning in attack. So, but otherwise from that, it's good. It's a very good signing. I have no complaints about it because it's a upgrade actually.
Yes.
It is an upgrade for
And
it because
this is the
yeah,
full impact of Frimpong set to join Liverpool. Here we go. Agreement done for Dutch right back as Bayer Leverkusen
fantastic fee as well.
on 35 million euro.
Yeah.
Release clause being triggered. Understand Frimpong will sign a 5-year deal with medical now being scheduled. New right back for Liverpool.
Still think Liverpool could have negotiated that for at least 30, 28, 30. But that's a fantastic fee.
That's what it'd be about because that's euros.
Yeah.
So millions.
Bro, the man's are invincible. Yeah, Tabo.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
The man have proper credentials, dog. So
he might struggle because he played wing back in that system, man, rather than
hey, brother, listen. Don't worry yourself, Flawless.
Nope.
We're about your wing back.
You want to know why, Flawless?
I got to ask.
No, you want to know why?
We're about
no, because of
I'm not worried
about
because
of how. This is because of how. No, it's a fair question. How Arne Slot plays, how I said he would when in attack he would go to a back three. He's not going to struggle.
Okay.
In attack, how you see Liverpool shape out in the back three with one of their midfielders acting as a centre back, and you see them continue to stretch the pitch. That's the reason why I said he's not going to really struggle as much. He's going to have to. He's been here before, but granted, last time he was here, the Premier League has changed, so he's going to have to adapt to it a lot quicker. But if they make the actual signings needed to help protect him on that right-hand side, he shouldn't struggle at all. All they need to do now is just go and sign Rom from RB from Leipzig now. That's all they need to do now. Because they need a left back. If it's anything I have to say is that these guys need a left back. So if it's not Rom, go get flipping Mittelstadt from Stuttgart. You need a left back. Actually.
So a more defensive type of left back, like a left back / centre back in it.
Yeah, Rom. Yeah.
Maybe Slot just decide for freestyle a thing in it. I run a 3-back next year. Win the league with a 3-back again. Show Mr. Amarim offer actually do this thing. By then he might get fired anyway. So
supposed to, but suppose like they can actually get it. If not Rom, you can get Gertruda as well because he can also play left back, right back, and as a centre back really. So I don't know how Liverpool are going to actually want to set up this season now. I know what Slot would have done when he went there now. So I don't know how much everything is going to change now for the next season. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, things are going to change now. So I have to pay attention.
Him did have Trent way more defensive. So me not really think.
Yeah, I don't know how he's going to if he's going to have one more attacking fullback than the other.
Or
because
he might go back to him probably might go back more to his actual system rather than you remember how before when they used to have the right back they move forward but them invert instead of overlap.
Yeah. When they do the whole 4-2-4 you talk when them are invert. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe that them are gonna do them, but them not invert for play midfield, them invert for attack.
Yeah. Gertruda is awful to the guys in chat. I know he's awful, but the thing is, in a system that will just allow him to not get exposed the way he gets exposed at Leipzig, I'm saying he could, instead of being a complete 4 out of 10 that he is right now, probably at Liverpool he could become a 6 to 7 out of 10. That does depend on the system. Gertruda is not. As I said before, a lot of these players are only good on FIFA. But I'm just looking at if he's going to play as that defensive where he's not going forward, he can actually do a job somewhat.
No, no,
But
man, shit baller then, bruv. Run the Kirk case, innit?
yeah, but yeah, you probably have a point. But we're gonna
Kirk
have to
case.
watch in the preseason now to actually see what the manager is going to do now, because you say he's going to go back to his old system, to his
Uh,
actual
I
system
wonder.
now. So
Mm,
I'd actually
I
want
wonder.
to see.
That's what it
I'd
look
actually
like.
want to see. No, that's what I want to see now, because it
Mm,
will still need the fact that you still need a combative midfielder now. You will need a combative midfielder now. You need someone that's going to take a lot of the defensive job away from Gravenberch and not allow him to be the ball carrier now. The guy that dictates the play from deep. I don't need McAllister beside. I need McAllister to be up forward now. Subajlai, this supposed to be him last season.
bench.
This supposed to be. He mean if you just sit. He mean if you be bench. Dep on the bench next season now. Season will come now. Subajlai need for dep on the bench. McAllister need for day another 10 role now. So you're gonna need two midfielders now to help ensure that midfielder, because I not think the overplaying of Gravenberch, me never like it that much that season, because you could have see Gravenberch tired. You literally could have say Gravenberch tired.
Fatigued.
But you're gonna need what is your thought on this? Me no want to go off on a tangent. I
Cameron.
believe you guys need somebody in your defense. I think you need a centre back, not two centre backs. I think just one centre back
Just a
really.
cover.
Yeah,
Cover center
one
back, yeah.
centre back, and I
I'm
already
not
said the two
disagree with that.
midfielder, but I'm saying one centre back, and I think you need a winger, somebody on the right to be specific.
We need that striker first.
Yeah, you need a striker. No, I'm not going after the
We
obvious. I'm just saying
need that striker.
no. I'm not going after the obvious. I'm not saying the obvious. I'm just saying what you need, like cover for. Like on the right, I think Liverpool should try and get Yermi Pina. I really think they should try and get Yermi Pina. I've seen links to Takafusa Kubo, but I think you guys should get Yermi Pina.
Which side?
Yermi Pina. No,
On the right?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
man,
right hand side.
run the Ryan Cherky. We are
I was
talking
gonna
about.
say that. Let me get to that actually, because
We
you're
are talking about.
I was gonna mention that. 1 second. Let me get to it now. So this is just broke recently. 1 second. This broke. What time was this? About an hour ago, a little hour and a half. Ryan Cherky has decided to leave Leon this summer. The plan has been announced by the player in mixed zone tonight. He said, "Thanks to Leon, the coach, the staff, the president, my teammates, and all the people at the club." So Cherky's announced he's decided to leave. Whether he leaves,
I already knew from that whole financial thing.
What's his contract?
What's his contract?
Yeah,
You know,
like when does it run out?
everything's soft.
No, I'm thinking he's going into the final year. You can get Turkey right now
Yeah, because he's got a release clause of like 25 M's. But everyone's
it's not 25, it's 23.
Is it 23? Everyone's just like,
yeah, it's 23.
Something's up with that, man. Something's up with that. That everyone's just looking at it and going, no one's made that move. Very, very, very.
Man, them know something we don't know.
Exactly. That he's too good of a player at that price for everybody just to go.
The problem with it is the whole stereotype about players like him. If you look at Turkey, if it's anybody, I'm going to tell you who they compare him to is Ben Arfa. He has an attitude.
Oh, they're trying to say it's an attitude thing. Is that what it is?
That is the whole.
Like, for that, you just
brother. So who don't have an attitude?
That is my point.
And then not just that. 25 mil. What you gonna do? For teams out there spend a bid 50 mil pound blood clot Garnacho, and you have somebody who is 5 times the fucking player for half the price. Yeah. Just pay that shit. So what if him tell you to suck your mother every now and then? You just have to firm it, dog.
Yeah, because look at it like this. Look at this, Flawless. Hasim Awa. That guy has been one of the best midfielders, the most underrated midfielders in world football for a solid minute. Hasim Awa was one of the best box to box.
Was it a couple seasons ago?
Yeah, man. Arsenal supposed to go, man.
He was supposed to go to Arsenal, but they chose Lucas Torreira over him.
What his name? Thomas Lemar.
Him and Thomas Lamar.
Lamar.
Yes, Thomas Lamar.
Yeah.
Literally, Hakeem Awar was, and that's just the point. Literally, you could have gotten a Hakeem Awar for 19 million, and no one went for him. He went in. Ended up going Syria.
The man just ended up dead out, fam.
Yeah, he's in. Someone said he's in Saudi now. He was at Roma. That's what I'm trying to say. Like Hakeem Awar was one of just a cold midfielder, but because they already labeled him with the attitude of how he wants to win, he wants this. He's had multiple clashes with a manager because he wants the team to go further, and he's challenging the manager. And a lot of managers don't like players actually go at them. Say, a player in them face. So they had him as that. But yeah, like look at it. Nabil Fekir, Hakeem Awar, like a lot of these guys fall in the same bracket with Turkey.
Yeah, they don't get that big move that everyone
expects. They don't get the big move because people perceive them as lazy.
I forgot about Awar.
Yeah, guys, lazy and have an attitude problem. Because that's always it. Lazy and an attitude problem. Right, that's what they always have them as.
He's announced he's going to leave. He's got 1 year left on his deal. Do you think somebody goes in for him?
Yes.
Okay. What are you saying? Like, you think somebody goes and picks him up?
Yeah, dog. Probably like a Aston Villa or some shit, or maybe we forget him. But Liverpool, like Turkey's like one of them Aston Villa.
Liverpool, Newcastle,
Bournemouth,
Aston Villa.
Not Newcastle.
Aston Villa.
Not
Newcastle, he would cook at Newcastle, especially with Isak up top.
Buy be a crackhead, bro.
Yeah,
but this is what they need to go to
get that next level.
Yeah, well,
because it's not like
and they need someone on that side as well. That's the craziest part. They need someone on that right hand side.
Yeah, let's not do this Murphy thing. Murphy's a left back, okay?
True.
Murphy's a left back. Put Turkey over there and just leave.
We need somebody need to go to the 1 billion release class to Yamal, innit?
The LFC side, you could afford that. The LFC side, brother, Liverpool have been no.
PSG, you could afford that. You could afford that.
To LFC side, leave Stella alone. Liverpool don't need Stella. Man United needs Stella. I need Stella at Man United. Okay, I've been speaking about Stella now for over a year. Okay, Liverpool don't need him.
Realize him there put beer side man for Liverpool and no
don't do that. Don't do that. I am a fair person. I am a fair person. Don't do that, bro.
Side man like
do that. No, me not make you and Sai at Sebo as a mid-level baller. Me a go.
Yeah, you come up to man about this, and then as soon as the man mention an actual baller, you say no, we figure man you. You say me no say that you do. Me don't hold it, but it finally come out. Me no say that you do, man.
You know what I'm saying? I said fuckery, those fuckery, that'd be the same thing you're on, so it makes sense. Yeah, you know, now you don't know. Yeah.
For Stella, for JT. Stella is basically plays the Carrick role. He's a DM. Yeah, he's a DM. He's a DM. Very good tackler, and he's 2-footed as well. Able to switch play and pass on both foot as well. Right. He can play 6 and an 8. And his passing ability is it's on the level where I need it to be. It's not sensational like Xabi Alonso and these guys, but for how he plays, press resistant, strong on the ball, positionally intelligent, defensively sound. He's very good. Very, very good. Very, very good. No, listen, I never wanted Ugarte. There's video of me saying I never wanted Ugarte at Manchester United. Flawless years proof. I never wanted Ugarte at Man United. I never wanted us near him. I said if we're going to PSG, if it's not Zai Emery, don't leave with no midfielder. If it's not Zai Emery or Vitinha, we don't take no midfielder from PSG. And we went there and took Ugarte.
Big up side for the super chat. He says for another super chat, appreciate it, sir. Says flawless Salah will leave for AFCON and Frimpong can cover on the right, and that's why Slot wants a new creative midfielder who can play in. And that does make sense because when Salah does go AFCON, Frimpong is capable of playing,
and that's why
it's a different dynamic at right wing too.
Yep,
yeah,
and that's the point.
Yeah.
You're gonna get chalk on his
point.
Yeah,
and I think if what's that striker's name at AC Milan? I think Liverpool can probably get him. Is it Hernandez?
You're not better than me.
He's a very good striker at AC Milan. I think he's Mexican. Let me try and get him up here. Very good, actually. Very good striker as well. Yeah, Santiago Jimenez. Jimenez. He's 35 mil. 35 mil. Or I think Liverpool should try their luck and try and take Thuram from Inter Milan.
Bro, you come back with this fuckery.
Why you don't want Marcus Thuram at Liverpool?
One with a blood clot Thuram, bro. You just they had name bag of shit baller from man side. Yo, remember talk about Manchester United, bro. Big man thing. Big man thing.
You guys need
that we can get to it. Let me
get to this. Side no, I go need somebody now to just put the ball in at the net and help build up play. Why you got me at that?
Take unnecessary shots. This is karma coming back round. That's all this is. That's all right. You better all take unnecessary shots. Side, big up with this super chat as well.
I wouldn't want
I agree.
Itake. I do not want Itake.
You want Thuram on your side?
Yes,
no, that's
we need a striker.
Yeah, you go back. Yeah,
I want Marcus Thuram at Manchester United. He's better than what we have.
Yeah, good. Yeah, man.
No, I don't. That's why I said Liverpool. I don't want him at United. That's why I said Liverpool. I said, yeah, I agree with Kaneki. I hear him on that. That's what I said. You know what I'm saying? You might not take unnecessary shots. So here we are, man.
I don't know why. I don't. To be fair, I'm trying to think of a striker that would actually fit what Slut is actually doing.
Don't worry yourself, brother. Enough.
No. We can go on. It's obvious that you guys.
That's all it is, man. That's what you're gonna say.
Do I rate Etike? I don't. I really don't. Not to how I see them trying to develop him as a striker. The type of player that he is not the type of player. No, that's not the way how they're trying to get him to play right now. And especially to how he plays, he's a get in behind player. He's almost like an Erling Haaland. He doesn't technically want the ball to his foot. He wants to chase the ball.
Well, getting behind.
He's technically sound, yes, but I want to give him 2 more years of just football. Let me see him develop one. Let me see him after 1 more season now, because what I'm seeing right now is still not enough. Joe Pedro from Brighton is a good shout. That's a fantastic shout, actually. I completely forgot about him. But no, for Etike, I just need. Let me just see what he looks like after 1 more full season of football.
You know what I find funny though?
What?
How the hell we just win the league and we already are by players? I don't know. Me can't hear about the player them were United and them and I get going.
What do you mean? Do you not hear? Oh, we're talking about renewing Garnacho's contract.
Side, big up to flawless in the panel. Glasgow's showing we don't need a whole complete new players to work in system. He showed with coaching you can get good results. Hey, when managers manage, you see this. Hey, props to Glasgow, props to Palace for winning that.
Just imagine, imagine a manager that's managed.
A manager managing, man. It's crazy work, man. And Side, big up for this super chat as well. Appreciate it. He says, I don't want Wirtz. Bring me Stiller, Cherky, Alvarez, Schlotterbeck, Kirkins.
No worry yourself. We take Wirtz, man.
Yeah.
No, he's your club.
He's Liverpool.
Oh, wait.
Liverpool.
Yeah, it's Side.
So I know on Wirtz.
I don't know. Hey, Side, tell us why you don't want Wirtz. I think
because he's literally.
I'm guessing he wants that money spent elsewhere. Because they're saying 100 M's.
You guys have
No. We can't spend 100. Yo, listen. If you can spend 100 pound worth, scrap that. Just put 50 on top of it. Isak. Done.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I make Arsenal go suck their mother. Isak.
That makes sense.
That's crazy, man.
Both flawless. Just want to bring it up. Just want to bring this up.
I'm
Look
saying
at the names that
very
that
important.
LFC Saya brought up. Look at the names that Saya brought up.
Necessary, man. Necessary.
Yeah.
So
Look at the names that Saya brought up and realize that these are the names that I've been talking about. Like Bar
Yeah.
Alvarez.
I'm just
These are
saying
names that I've brought up.
This is a FIFA window side. This is football
Alvarez,
manager
man.
window.
Yep. These are the names that I've brought up for like 2 years that I
Yo,
said that we should sign.
we need to spend a strong 300 mil, bro.
You need to spend the money. Yes, I'm just
You
saying
guys
that
need to.
FIFA window. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, listen. Some man now have no money for spend, but yo, listen, continue.
What you mean? Some man, Starboy have a soft deal, you know. Him can go on Nando's and get, you know.
Arsenal me talk about.
What you talk about? I can't me talk about. What you mean, Ram? My side done set. My side done set. I have a $75 million striker, dog. What you talk about?
I think everyone spends relatively big.
I don't think that.
So do you think there's any of the big six that don't spend?
Yes, and we are one of them.
Hey, hold on.
Yeah, and we are one of them.
I'm not sure you're big six no more now.
Well, we definitely not top six. We big six, yes.
What the fuck? Eh?
Yeah, we big six, yes, but not top six.
Yeah, so
yeah, man.
this whole words hype for everybody.
New story. What are we talking about? We're fucking
this words hype for everybody depend right now. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to let it play out. I'm just going to let it play out.
Vert's a baller though. I'm a big fan of Vert. So he's a
baller. He's a baller. It's just that whole me here, people are describing him as a player that he's not.
You see Imam Musiala play in Germany.
Yeah.
I kind of rate him more than Musiala.
You rate him higher than Musiala?
Yeah. Just in terms of the maturity in game.
And that's one of the things. Everybody is trying to people are trying to compare with Kevin De Bruyne. I'm like, don't do that. Worth is a lot more tidy because everybody people are comparing a lot of people are comparing to Kevin De Bruyne, and I'm like, if you're going to put the Kevin De Bruyne comparison on him, he's not going to how should I say, meet your expectation? Because Worth is an 8. He's not an out and out 10. He's an 8. He's a midfielder. He's not an out and out 10. Worth is not an out and out 10. He's not an out and out 10. No. He's not a one matter. He's not an Oscar. He's not an out and out 10. You can play Worth. Yeah, Worth can play in a midfield 3. He has positional discipline to know how to play in a midfield 3.
Oh, he's perfect sub-slide replacement.
So that's what I'm trying to say. Everybody is trying to compare him like, he's an out and out. No, he's an 8/10. He's an 8/10. So how he plays, links play, very intelligent on the ball, very tidy on the ball, recycles possession well. He's not somebody that just does that whole fire Trivella foolishness. So when everybody think he's going to come in the league and just defend this high GA, he's going to disappoint you.
And just a link play, man.
No, and you from everybody in chat and Lex, you guys know what I mean by when I say that everybody is going to have him as this high GA going coming to the Premier League and just defend this much assist, this much goal, and if him coming to the Premier League now and just defend a nice and tidy thing like grabbing Birch, everybody gonna start try disrespect him now. Say, him overhype this, him trash that, and all these foolishness. Bundesliga talk.
The thing about Liverpool fans is them not stay like United fans, innit?
No, I'm not talking about. No, I'm not mean your fan base. I'm saying the league on a whole.
No, but it not gonna matter, bro.
No, it doesn't matter to you guys. I'm not saying that your friend, that you guys are going to go at him like this. I'm just saying how the league was the whole slander you're gonna see happening in the league, and that's what I don't want to see.
It's not gonna matter if them do that either, because
if you guys can if Liverpool does get Wirtz and Stiller, that will hurt because I really want Stiller at Manchester United. It's between
except Trent.
You're sold on Stiller, right?
Yep, I really want from Stiller and Huijsen from Sporting. Like, the type of player they are is not the player we've seen before. Like they literally play the Pirlo Carrick role well.
The second baller, they ain't come from Denmark.
Huijsen, yeah, Denmark, yeah.
Learn your lesson.
From go away, okay. So he's actually a decent baller, okay. He's actually a decent baller.
You man are ridiculous, yo.
So how Angelo Skiller plays basically. A lot of people don't underestimate how strong he actually is as well. Like you can't really push him off the ball at all, and his intelligence from that deep in midfield is almost. I'm going to compare him to Xabi Alonso, just the ability for him to unlock teams from his own half. That's what he brings to your team there. He can literally unlock low blocks from his own half with a pass. He has that, and he has that this ground pass that I love so much.
That sound like a Liverpool need a ball of this still.
All right, it sounds like he has like this ground pass this driven ground pass that I just love to see so much. It's just how he plays and how he is just something. Is just a player that you don't really see.
Because Hoyland can't control ground pass.
Nobody in Man United team can control a freaking pass. It's just how he plays. It just
sense. A waste of money.
Yeah, he's the type of player that this new modern football has been trying to erase. A playmaking 6. Everybody believes to be a playmaker, you need to be a 10. You need to be an attacking midfielder to playmake. You need to be an attacking midfielder to playmake. He's bringing back a role that a lot of people don't. That modern football has been trying to get rid of. For Xabi Simons, overrated. I don't rate Xabi Simons in the slightest. To Zip, I don't rate Xabi Simons. Not to the hype, not to how I've seen him play in the Bundesliga. In the Bundesliga. At best, Xabi in the Premier League standard wise, Xabi Simons is the most West Ham level player I've seen. That's his level in the Premier League. West Ham. I don't rate Xavi Simons. Not to how I've seen him play in the last form. Not to the drop off I've seen. I don't rate him. I don't rate him as highly as everybody else. As a footballer, he's okay. I just don't rate he's just the whole ability of him, really. Like he's just constantly snatching at things. The type of link play, he doesn't do it. What?
No, that's fine. I was gonna get to this because I responded. Sai, big up for this super chat. Another one, much appreciated. Hey, smoke emojis, fire emojis, applause emojis for Sai in the chat, man. Like your 4 super chat, appreciated. Says Verts is a brilliant player, but we can get Cherky for 25 million. Alvarez is a brilliant striker who can play in 2 different positions.
That's Julian Alvarez, right, Sai? Let me just find out that. That's Julian Alvarez, right?
I wasn't sure. I was gonna ask him which Alvarez he was talking about.
I think it's Julian Alvarez. I'm pretty sure that's probably Julian Alvarez because I know he wants to. I think he wants to leave Atletico Madrid. Yeah, it is.
I said it's Julian Alvarez, yo.
Julian Alvarez, bro.
Julian Alvarez.
All right.
Julian Alvarez. Oh,
Julian Alvarez, bro. All right then.
Oh, and Lord. But yeah, I was right. I thought so. I thought it was a price point, but I bet if Cherky was like 90 M's and Verts was 25, we'd be like, yeah, just go get Verts and such. He's thinking from a money perspective what you can get for.
Yeah, I highly respect. Dog.
I highly respect. What I really like to see how much a lot of the players that I've been talking about the last couple of years actually getting brought up now. For this Wharton thing, I am sorry. 80 million, no.
But yeah, thoughts on the Wharton. What? So you rate him? You just don't think he's worth 80?
80 fam.
I'm asking.
You're mad?
No.
I'm just asking the question.
No.
Rate him. To get the thoughts of YouTube.
Hey, flawless. You know, so you can't ask fuck question. You know that.
How is it fuckery? You might rate him highly. I don't know.
80
million. You could have said, "Hey, Wharton."
Brother, we literally do a show every week for like the past nearly 2 years.
And we haven't spoken.
We're not. We're gonna say yo fuck it.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I don't. One of you two could rate him very highly.
No.
Same way I didn't know Kaneki was sold on this Stiller.
Fam, I've been talking about Stiller for 2 years now, man.
But I didn't know you was this sold on him. You'd mentioned
I
him.
was. Yeah, I am.
This is what I'm saying.
I am. For
what?
what?
You could have been like, yo, Wharton's the next up.
No. 80 million, bro. Listen, you see, if you have $80 million for waste,
What would you value him at?
fam, Alex Wharton at best, it's 45 million. 40 to 45 million. At best. At best. Whatever I want to call himself. Whatever I want to call himself, bro. It's not, bro. It's not 80 million. You have 80 million to waste on a midfielder. Add 15 million more.
Go to price that, bro.
Fam, you have $80 million to waste. Add 15 more. Go to Real Madrid and take Valverde from them. Take Valverde or Camavinga from Real Madrid if you have time to waste $80 million on a young English. I am sorry, there's no English player in world football right now worth 80 million. Not one.
All right, cool.
Not one, bro. Not a single one. $80 million for what? And what are you going to come into the side and do?
Let me ask you, Kaneki, since you mentioned that when you said there's not an English player who's worth. Who is the best English player right now?
Football wise.
Yeah. Who would you say is the best? Who's the highest? Who's the best? We'll stick with that.
It has to be that waste man there, Bayern Munich. It has to be him.
Okay.
It has to be him. It has to be him. Mm-hmm. Pep completely killed Grealish. All right? Pep completely killed Grealish. And if you're not him, I would respectfully put Saka.
Big up Sam as well in the chat.
If anything, if not Kane, I'm a Saka. Just because why me not go put Saka, I just Arsenal tax. So for anybody answer me why me not put Saka, bias. Arsenal tax. Yes. Don't talk to me about the Lionel Messi of John Joe Shelby. Don't ever put Bellingham in the chat ever again. Don't insult me, bro. Don't insult me. Yeah. That season when Real Madrid need him to be a midfielder. Look how bad he was. Come on, don't do that in front of me, bro. But your question what you ask me, is it who I believe is the most valued English player, or who?
I was gonna ask like who you think would go? Who's worth the most money right now?
Who's worth the most money right now as an Englishman? Who I think? Yeah. Okay, who I think is the most valuable English player right now is Saka.
Declan Rice.
You're right. 100 million them play for the centre back there. Yeah. No. Saka at the end of the day. Saka.
Declan Rice, man. No.
Saka.
Declan Rice.
I think Saka. If you want to sign any one of them, I think you'd have to pay more for Saka than you would if you want to sign Bellingham. Mm-hmm. I think you'd have to pay. You'd pay a lot more. You'd have to pay a lot more money for Saka.
We're not asking like what they would cost. What I asked Kaneki was in particular was who he just thinks is the rated, who's the most in his mind. So who he'd be like, I'd pay 60 million for such and so. Because I know even though Bellingham will go for an expensive price, I know without asking Kaneki, he's not spending 90 million on Jude. I know that. Despite what he'll go for.
90 million. If me tell you, say me spend anything above 40 million on Jude Bellingham, I tell you right now.
You never know that about Wharton.
Say that again? No, because we never spoke on Wharton.
Yeah.
So I don't
know. I've never spoke on Wharton.
Yeah, one of you two could have been like, yo, Wharton, I think.
But to everybody, if you're going to have to sign,
one thing you two are is full of surprises.
80 mil? No. Hell no.
Value in opinion. Value in opinion, Hussam. So to get Bellingham from Real Madrid, you'd have to pay roughly 150 mil. But if you take Saka from Arsenal right now, we know as a fact, Arsenal got hawks at least 170 to 200 mil. Yeah. Me know Arsenal literally would do that.
Would you spend more on Bellingham's brother, Joe or Jude?
Yeah, because Job actually knows to play midfield. Job actually knows to play midfield. Me still not pay $40 million for neither of them, but Job actually knows to play midfield.
Shit.
From Job and Jude are literally.
You was right. Good spot. Good spot.
From those two people, from Job and Job are literally the freaking Longstaff brothers. That's what they are. Longstaff brothers with PR. That's what they are. Just overhyped.
Not in general. Yes.
Not in general. That's just my opinion. The most valuable English player right now, in my opinion, is Saka, because based on what he does and how he does it, basically, like he's literally a poor man version of Gareth Bale. Like the struggle Gareth Bale. That's what he is. You ever hear people say about struggle meal? That's what he is. He's the struggle Gareth Bale. That's what he is.
Fair
you know,
enough.
you must somebody where you just having where you just know say he can give you a consistent 7 out of 10 if you keep him fit.
Right,
That's how I'm having, man. But
let's go. Speaking of moves, centre backs, Huijsen set to join Real Madrid. He's been linked with a few Premier League clubs. Been linked with other clubs in Europe as well. 50 million. Let's talk to us.
Extortion, that right there. 50 million my foot. 50 million my foot. That brother is the most $30 million centre back I've seen in my life.
Well, you don't rate him as highly as
no.
Okay,
listen.
Why?
I'm basing players on, when you tell me a price of a player, I'm going to look at their quality.
Okay.
50 million for him, for him, and you can literally get Schlotterbeck for half the price. If I put Huijsen and Schlotterbeck together, ability, Schlotterbeck is better than him. Like, look, he's had a breakthrough season. That is not enough. I am sorry. Maybe everybody's talking about him at Bournemouth. I've seen this brother when he came to Roma. Him is not 50 million. He's not 50 million.
He has played well. He has had a very good season, though. He has had a good season this season. He has played well.
No, that's what I'm saying. He had a good season. If you want it, don't just say, okay, I'm going to buy him and put him. And playing good for Bournemouth and playing good at Real Madrid is two different things. It's two different things. That's a different pressure, different spotlight, different circumstances. When you are looking, say, when Liverpool signed Van Dijk for 75 million, no one complained. You want to know why? Because everybody knew that he immediately made their defense better. Huijsen doesn't make Real Madrid's defense better. He doesn't make their defense better. What's that new youth we signed now? That we have in our back line? What's his name? Is it Araujo?
Is it Araujo?
Yeah.
Asensio?
I'm trying to remember that young kid that we the young guy that we have in. Yeah, Asensio. Yeah, Asensio. Asensio, literally, how he plays is better than him. Okay. So we're going to spend 50 million for somebody that's going to come into our team and play bench.
Yo, do your thing, man, Lex.
Yeah, do your thing, bro.
See you, man, every single time, man. Catch you in the group chat. Yeah, enjoy the content. Yeah, man. Blessings.
Big up.
Yeah. So I saw me look on it. We spend 50 million on this brother. Okay, is he better than Rudiger?
Do you think he'll fail because of his lack of ability, or because of the way that? Because bear in mind, he could be going there playing as part of a back three if it is Xavi Alonso.
No, he could do that. But what I'm saying is this: Asensio, passing ability is better than him. He's not better than.
For example, let's say it's Asensio, Rudiger, Huijsen. Don't you think that could work?
No, because when we sign him, when we sign him, Eder Militao will be coming back. I don't rate Eder Militao. Eder Militao is better than him, though.
Okay.
Because of one thing now, where he's going to be playing, if it is a back three, he doesn't have the recovery pace. So he's going to be trying to cover for Trent, because he's going to be playing on the right hand side. He don't got the pace to cover the space where Trent leaves. I'm not into this. If we sign him, Eder Militao comes back. He's now our fourth best midfielder.
Centre back, you mean?
Yeah, fourth best centre back. Eder Militao might even still be out, as Ed says. You're right. You're probably right. What I'm trying to say is, when you spend 50 million on somebody, that means you are a certified starter. That's what that means to me. 50 million means you're in the starting 11. There's some price range that I put that I look at. Everybody in chat, I'm just saying to you this right now. This is just my opinion on how I look at price ranges. If you're 50 million and above, you have to be a certified starter and a player that makes us better. I don't see him as that.
Okay.
I don't
No,
see him as that. That's my opinion base. That's just my
you give me
opinion
your
on it.
opinion on it? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see him as, oh yeah, he's going to come to Real Madrid and we're just going to be immediately better with him. No. If he comes to Real Madrid, he's immediately going to be our third, fourth best centre back. Yeah, $50 million. It. What his name in chat says is spot on, and that 50 million ain't shit these days. So right
Nah,
now, I'm
we know
going to
what 50
probably have to
million
start looking at $50
investment worth.
million as
Start looking
50
at
mil.
it. You know what you gotta look at is squad player money.
Yeah, that's
That's
what
what
I'm going
50
to have to try and look at it as.
shouldn't be, because I look at like 40 million or less of squad player money, but 50, 55, 60 million to an extent,
Yeah, so
depending on the player and the club,
and
can be the squad player money.
the major reason why we are signing him as well is his height. That's the main reason why Real Madrid are signing him, his height. Real Madrid have conceded a lot from set pieces this season, and we're very poor aerially. And Huijsen is 6'5". Huijsen is 6'5". So him being there is to be as an aerial threat and how to help us stop conceding from set pieces. All right, literally stop competing for set pieces. So that's one of the major reasons why we're signing him. Why we're signing him. So it's just, I'm pretty sure Real Madrid could have done better with that deal instead of paying the outright 50. Real Madrid could easily pay outright 50. Fam, don't even get me started. Don't get me started on Real Madrid's poor investment in money. $60 million for Bobby. Yeah. Arthur Gula for 45. And don't get me started on how bad Real Madrid investments have been recently. All right. Don't even get me started how bad their investments have been, bro. But it's just, if they're signing him for his height alone, that's not worth the 50. That's not worth the 50. All right. That's not worth. Thank you. What's his name in chat? Thank you. Courtois is 6'7", and we still concede set pieces. So I don't know why it is, because one of the main reasons I'm reading from what is this news website, Telemadrid, the Spanish papers. What they're trying to tell me right here is that the reason why they're looking at him so much is because of his height. That's one of the main reasons I'm hearing them talk about him.
They're looking for him to be like a presence because they don't want to
Yes,
concede from. Let me get
that's
to this
basically it.
Before we do indeed close out. Slot system will be the same. Big up for another super chat side, real one. Slot system will be the same, but the tactics will be different next season. Slot wants players who can keep the ball well, and he wants technically brilliant players. We'll find out if it is a
I have
Cherky,
to
for
find out
example,
that.
if it is a Frimpong, we'll know from your if you do sign a 10, the central midfielder, the striker. Well, then, no, but I appreciate the super chats. But before we close out, continue to run up the likes. Still over 85 of you lot in the building watching live right now. Much appreciated. But let's get up to 80 likes. We're at 71 likes. Like check 1212. Like check 1212. When you enter the city of sarcasm, pay the tax, people. It's free. All I need you lot to do is hit the like button. And as you can see, the banner on the bottom of the screen, people, the banner running across the bottom of the screen, we are 105 subscribers away from 15,000 subscribers. We're trying to hit that 15K before the month is out, people. So let's get us to below double figures. So if you're watching this live right now, watching this back after, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to get notified anytime we go live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube channel. And if you're watching and you don't have a YouTube account, I know you have an email. Use that email. Use it to create an account for absolutely free, and that way you will get notified anytime we go live, because we're live here every day, and that will continue once the Premier League's done, the Champions League, the Europa League, the Conference League. Once everything, we will continue to go live throughout all the way to the start of mid-August, where the Premier League starts back. And we're going to keep going, man.
Yeah.
24/7. You lot already know the vibes, man. Run up
Sai,
that, run
what's your
up the
thoughts
light.
on Sangit? That's somebody I think that fits Liverpool, that would fit Liverpool as well, and Schlutt. Sangit from Athletic Bilbao. What's your thoughts on him? Because Sangit and Sustic are two things that I see would fit not only Man United, but they would fit Liverpool and the way at how technical they are. What's your thoughts on those as well? Because this would be when the transfer window, when basically we start doing the transfer shows, I'll start like going more in depth on players. But Sai is talking about players that I've brought up as well. So I just want to know what's your thought on Sangit though? I think the main problem would be like his injury record. But what do you think about him as a alternative for your midfield, because he can play 8 and he's predominantly a 10, but he's decent at playing an 8.
Yeah, don't see.
What do you think? Oh, you know what?
Kadeki is brilliant, but Slot needs a different 10 than Sankit.
Okay then. And you know what? I'm going to pay attention to you guys' preseason then, because you're saying you and Lex are saying he's going to revert back to what he was doing in the Netherlands, and I want to see what you guys are talking about now, because how he played with how the tactics that he used this season though, I think if he tweaked it a little and had better enforcements, I think he could still, it would work same way. But you guys are saying for him he's going to go the more technical route now. So I want to see it now. I want to see what you guys are talking about now. So
We gonna
now,
find out
so now I'm going to pay attention to you guys' preseason. Shout out to your nephew as well.
Yeah.
Big up Unai Henry as well. Unai Henry, you know. Wait, can these guys make Champions League this season? Can Aston Villa make Champions League this season?
Yeah, they can still make Champions League. So if they win, if they beat us, wait 1 second.
If
they beat
don't
us,
say don't say
actually,
if they beat us.
I tell a lie. No. I tell a lie. City played Bournemouth on Tuesday. So City are currently 1 point behind them.
Okay, goal difference. Yeah, goal difference.
Yeah. No, so if City win, City will leapfrog everybody and go back to third. So if Liverpool, so currently it's Liverpool, Arsenal in second, Newcastle in third, Chelsea in fourth, Villa in fifth, City in sixth. So City is at 6. They got 65 points, but they played 36 matches. Villa sit fifth. They played a game more. They're on 66 points. Chelsea, the same, 66 points. Newcastle, 66 points, but they played a game less, obviously, as do Arsenal, because they play. Newcastle play tomorrow, or later on today, depending on what time zone you're in. So let's say Bournemouth drop points. City, let's say they drop points. Let's say Bournemouth beat City. Then if Villa beat us, then and Chelsea win and Newcastle win, then they're all there. So it's still dependent. That game on Tuesday is key. So we'll all be Bournemouth that day. Bournemouth, let's do the business, man. Let's do the business. Because who have City got on the last day? Let me check. City got Fulham away, which isn't easy. Chelsea travel to Forest, which isn't easy. Newcastle play Everton at home, which we'd expect them to win. And Arsenal, I believe, have Southampton away. So I reckon Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle will be there. It's from Chelsea, Villa, City, Forest. So it's that's 1, 2, 4. It's 2 of that 4. But Forest, who do Forest play? Yeah, Forest play West Ham tomorrow.
Forest play West Ham.
Hopefully they win that, because if Forest win that, they'll be level on points with City having played.
What Ty says, he's going to go the double pivot. Okay. So now that I think about it then, so it's going to be like what he had before at it's basically he's going to go back to what he did before at wait. I'm just trying to bring it up before. I'm just trying to see exactly, just to make sure that I don't want to get it wrong. I don't like lying on people. I do not like lying on people. I'm going back to what he to his the team at Feyenoord. I'm going back to what he did at Feyenoord, because I know that means that you're going to do the whole Timber and Weaver thing again. Let me just come on, bro. Feyenoord. Yes, Feyenoord. Let me see. Line up. Yes, that is what he's going to do with Wafer. So with the whole Timber and Wafer thing, like what he did before in that double pivot where you had Timber as the ball player, as one of the creators in their midfield, you had what's his name again in the 10? Let me see. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I see what LFC, what Sai is saying now. I see what Sai is saying now. Yes, Stiller. Okay, so this is why you got you're adamant on Stiller then. This is why you're adamant on Stiller then. I see what he's saying right now. So what he's saying that Schlutt's going to try and do now, it's going to be one combative, two playmakers in the midfield basically. So he's going to have. So this is just going to make it difficult now for teams to sit back against Liverpool now. So you're going to have more than one player in the midfield that's able to unlock teams now. So for teams that are going to play a low block now, he's going to try and force them to have to play a high line instead of going at a low block now. Okay. Okay. So this is okay. I see now why LFC, why Sai is saying so much about Angela Steeler. Yeah.
Sense.
I still don't want you guys to get Steeler though. That's not fair. That's not fair, bro. Yeah.
But yeah, people, we are going to close out. Love to everyone that has locked in. Absolute real ones. Again, run up the likes on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. Make sure you subscribe to Javon's channel, The Final Whistle Podcast. He couldn't make it, but it'll be on here next week. Don't worry about that. And if the Yardman Show is your favorite show, there is a playlist for it on the channel. And on top of that, you might want to listen to the show, but you don't want to have the YouTube app open. You don't want YouTube using up all your data, or you just prefer to listen audio only, people. Go to Spotify. Type in Sarcasm City TV on this show and all the other shows you see on the YouTube channel, apart from watch-alongs, the fan calling shows, and the gaming content, are all available on there in audio-only platforms. So, Spotify, please follow us and 5-star us. All I need you to do is type in Sarcasm City TV, absolutely free as well. Same way, all you iPhone users, if you have iTunes, Apple Podcast on your phone, just leave us a review, 5-stars on their SoundCloud or wherever you listen to podcasts. And speaking of content, make sure you get over to the playback as well. We know the Eastern Conference final matchups. We're going to find out the Western Conference tomorrow. Well, today, technically, because the Thunder are playing the Nuggets in that Game 7, people. Game 7 of that series. So we're going to find out who faces the T-Wolves. Of course, you got the Pacers and Knicks. And those watch-alongs will be all going down on the Sarcasm City TV playback, people. So I do some of them will be dual stream, some here on the YouTube, some on the playback, but all of them will be on the playback, just occasionally here on the YouTube. But all the European finals coming up, so the Champions League, the Europa League, Conference League, all over on the playback. All the boxing bouts that are coming up, the bigger bouts, watch-alongs will be over there on the playback. Gaming content will be over there as well. UFC, Formula One, all over on the Sarcasm City TV playback, and the app is free, people. All I need you to do is download the app for free. Sign up for free. And then the same way you watch and comment on YouTube, it's the exact same on the playback. It's www.playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV. That's playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV. Big up to Sai for all the super chats. Much, much appreciated. Big up to everyone that has all the mods who are locked in, all the regulars, all the new people. Much, much, much appreciated for real. Jedi Ghost says, John, know me late. It's all good, man. It's all good. Just catch it on the watch back. That's why I want to keep the time down on this one, so then you lot can catch it on the watch back, because it's only an hour, just under an hour a day. So yeah, big up, love to everyone that's locked in. I already mentioned it. We're back live tomorrow. That Game 7 will be dual streamed. So that Nuggets Thunder game, people, that Nuggets Thunder game will be live. Denver Nuggets, Oklahoma City Thunder, here on the YouTube and on the playback. And that'll be about 8:30 p.m. UK time. And then you lot been asking for it because I'm moving the Bayesian show. The fan calling show will be tomorrow. So it'll probably be about 11:30 p.m. UK time. Premier League fan calling show, talk your ish. Because I know I haven't done it the last couple of Mondays because I've had to move shows around. So tomorrow, people, today, if you're in the UK, I will do that show. But I'm going to update the schedule anyway tonight, so you know all the shows that are coming up on the YouTube and the playback. Shine, my G, big up. Don't forget, like Shine, like Sai, like my nephew, many others. Check out the membership as well. But we're gonna close out. We're redirecting to Mike's. He's playing pro clubs right now, so I'm gonna be over there in 5. So all I need you lot to do is put Sarcasm City TV Raid in his chat. Sarcasm City TV Raid. But this has been the Premier League podcast, Yardman edition, live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.